Yo, what is up guys, it's Phantom here today and we're here with another TGS trailer video for Final Fantasy VII. Now, there is a lot to go over just from this one trailer. And again, I was surprised that they showed off as much as they did, because they showed a major part in the game that I feel like is where the game may end or may transition to the next part. But it's really awesome seeing a lot of things. I also get to see a lot of the classic stuff such as the wall market, Don Corneo, so we know we're getting into that mansion mission. We got to see, how do I put it, Sexy Aerith, as I call her, because that's the bae. And we got to see a whole bunch of really cool combat scenarios. We also get to see when we were fighting a lot of the Turks. And we also see that a lot of the story has changed and in such a great way. Like, they have really developed most of the story in such an amazing way. Now, first thing we gotta talk about, they're making Jesse, Big, and Wedge his, character. They're really giving them a lot of development. Now, in the first Final Fantasy VII, which, by the way, you can watch my streams on Final Fantasy VII on twitch.tv/PhantomBro99, but their stories are becoming a lot more entwined. They gave them a lot more personality and character. Not that they didn't have any character in the first Final Fantasy VII, it's just they had very little important aspect to them. So you're like, when they died, you felt sad, but you weren't like, eh. Like, they were first party protagonists, and they were never really in your party. So of course you feel you're gonna get more deeper connection with their stories, how they're more of a close-knit family, and I'm really starting to see that aspect. You also see certain things are changing because we're in the second bombing run, and we see they're fighting a soldier, and I think it's one of the Turks, but I could be wrong. He honestly looks like the main villain from Advent Children, one of the main villains, but nope, that's not him. That's not him. Don't think that. But then we get to the second half. The second half shows off a lot of the wall market stage, a lot of the meeting Aeriths for the first time, and a lot of the Turks. Reno looks fantastic. His voice actor is not what's that guy named? Quentin Flynn, the guy who voices Axel in Kingdom Hearts and Spider-Man and Marvel from the Alliance 1. They got a new voice actor, but the new voice actor I think is Prompto's voice actor, and he sounds dope in the role. Again, don't quote me on any of this when it comes to the voice acting stuff, but he does so great in the role. Also, their fights seem to be very difficult and very fun. Like, they're very tactical fights. Also, we get Reno, we get Song. We see when he captures Aerith, which we never got to see. We never saw in the first game how he was able to capture her, but Marlene is around Aerith, so we know that it was due to protecting Aerith. Not protecting Aerith, protecting Marlene. And that's really cool seeing the connection. I really wanted to see that, but I was always feeling like, well, Aerith ain't no bitch. How did he get a hold of her? Another major part that we see is a lot of the wall market stuff. Now, if you don't know, the wall market is Don Corneo, the cross-dressing mission, all of that stuff. And it's in the game, but we haven't seen Cloud, do it. Again, it's already confirmed, yes, Cloud's going to be doing it. We do see the gym mission, which, again, if you don't know, you have to go to the gym to get certain things. But it's weird because you don't see it with the usual person. I thought it would be Aerith working out with him in the gym. Instead, it was Tifa. But Aerith already is all dressed up and all that, and it's ready. She's like, Don Corneo has a certain taste in women. And Mark Hamill, the Joker, Chucky is doing the voice for Don Corneo. So I'm like, we are in for something good. The voice cast is fantastic for Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I'm surprised. Again, we have another Superman playing Sephiroth. Because if you don't know, Superman from Supergirl will be playing Sephiroth, and I am really excited to see how that's turning out. There is a lot to go on from here, and I am really excited and hyped. One of my favorite scenes, though, that we see the fight with Reno, but first we see, the projection, because again, this game is a lot more modern. Like first of all, Final Fantasy VII is never modern. That shit is the future. But how they do certain things feel a lot more modern. Like, instead of having President Shinra there, because trust me, if you were a president, why would you go and, fight, face a terrorist group? He used the projection, and the projections become the robot that you fight in that level. And that is so fucking unique and cool. But one thing that, it was the end of the trailer, towards the end. It was when you see that the plate had already collapsed, and you see the destruction of the city. That shit had me astonished. Cause again, seeing it on PlayStation 1, yeah, it's cool and all, but it's so dark. Like, you see that there are repercussions for your actions. And we see the destroyed Calamity, like, you know there are bodies buried there. It's like, wow. And they've done such a great job with this game. And Nomura must have gone, hell. He must have went to the original director and the original creator, like, how do I make your vision come true? How do I make this bigger and better than it needs to be? Because Nomura is not the original creator of Final Fantasy VII. Come on now. He was once the monster guy. He did Kingdom Hearts 9, but didn't do Final Fantasy VII. But he must have been like, wow, how do I bring this to life? And it's so nice how everything looks. The calamity, the destruction is so beautiful. And the TGS trailer showed so much. And a lot of people were like, oh, you're showing too much. Dude, it's a 15-year-old game. You can either play the older version or you play this version. You don't want to be spoiled, don't look at trailers. But this is so good. And a lot of the events are out of order or done in different ways. So you're like, as much as I say, yeah, if you play the game, you're going to have a seeming idea of what's going to happen. No, you're not. This feels like more than a remake. This is a retelling. And that's what Nomura and Final Fantasy, like, everyone in Square Enix said. This is not going to be a beat-by-beat retelling. There's going to be new and interesting things added. There are going to be certain things changed. And we're starting to see that with these trailers. Like, in the beginning, we saw stuff we already knew. Now we're seeing stuff we hadn't seen before, and we're like, that's fucking interesting. That's a nice change. But that's just my general thoughts on the TGS trailer. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support the video, because I said swear words, and YouTube like to demonetize that, even though I don't make any money from this. Share this video around to help, help the channel out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, and long live Shinra. I'm kidding. Square Enix doesn't have a catchphrase. Go to the outro.